Welcome back, Mountie Maniacs. Try to see if anybody's gonna tune in live. I decided to try something new tonight for the review and recap of Great Balls of Fire. So I just thought it'd be a little bit easier doing it this way rather than actually uploading it afterwards. I'm pretty tired, I'm not gonna lie. So let's chat about the Great Balls of Fire DVD. Pay-per-view. Good card. Better than I thought it was going to be. Cruiserweight pre-match show was really solid. Tozawa looked great. Neville looked great as always. You know, I don't even know if my phone is set up prop. Oh, I can do this too. Wait, orientation's locked. Okay, never mind. My bad. Anyways, that being said, Tozawa looked good. Neville looked good as always. Like I said, I don't really see the appeal of having Neville retain the championship again and again and again and again and again. Like, who is going to actually dethrone this guy? I thought it was going to be Austin Aries, but I guess I was wrong 3 times with that one. And now he's released. So, I mean, that's for a topic for a different day, but I can't really blame Austin Aries for being pissed off with his booking when you really think about it, right? Because at the end of the day, the guy went to 205 Live, and I didn't think it was a good fit to begin with. Yeah, maybe his size, okay, fine, I get that, but, like, he has so much more to offer, and he's a legend in the... You know, or he's a legend in the making. Let's put it that way, right? So, I'm gonna go with Tozawa on the rematch, maybe to win, because it seems like Titus Brand's gonna get him a rematch. So, overall, very good match. I enjoyed it for what it was for a pre-show match. I tuned in, I watched it, I enjoyed it. So, good job there. Curtain jerk match. Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt. Very, very good. Very solid. Some good movesets. Good ring psychology. I couldn't say anything negative about that match. It was good. It was a good placement for that match because I felt like it could have got lost in the card at some point. Like maybe people wouldn't have cared about it so much, but because, you know, Bray and Seth came out first, it's fresh. It's it's going to be a good show. Hey, what's going on? Too sweet me, bro. What's happening? Boom. Anyways, so, yeah. Seth and Bray, very good match. I was surprised that Bray Wyatt came with the victory, so that was pretty cool. How do I check comments on this shit? I want to show them all. Show them. Yeah, show. I don't even know. Anyways. I'm very new to this live one. What else do we have? Okay, so Big Cass, who's actually on Raw Talk right now. Why do they call it Raw Talk after a pay-per-view, by the way? Shouldn't they call this after a pay-per-view, bring it to the table, and then Raw Talk should be after Raw for Raw Talk? Am I the only one that's fucking missing something here? Anyways, Big Cass looks solid. I loved his theme. I liked his look. I kind of wish he came out with still the black cutoff thing that he had, last week on Raw. Like no design, no nothing like that. But I thought it's a good look for him. You know, for him to come. I'm sure I'm gonna get used to it. But for him to come out just shirtless with trunks, it felt like he was missing a little something to go with that entrance. But maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't know. But yeah, Big Cass looks solid there. Enzo took a beating. I mean, it was expected, right? And I was wondering, I'm like, man, these guys had their finishing move was together, right? So I'm thinking, okay, they have to have their own finishers now. So I'm like, well, what's it going to be? I'm like, all right, well, Big Cass, I'm thinking is probably going to be the big boot because, he can come in and he's got those big, long legs and he's 7 foot tall, right? So you might as well, repackage him totally. Who, Big Cass? You referring to, or Enzo? Because I enjoyed Big Cass's theme. I thought it was pretty solid. I don't know if it's generic. I think it fit him. I think okay, yeah, Cass, yeah, exactly. I think he's got a bright future Honestly, I really, really do. It should be, it should be a matter of time before he has some sort of like singles, big time singles push with a title. I don't know exactly what title yet, but maybe something like IC if Miz ever gets dethroned at this point. Going into that one, obviously Miz was gonna retain, right? I mean, think about it. Like, he had 3 fucking people on the outside. Of course he's going to be, he's going to walk away with the title. In my opinion, like, that was a no-brainer. I got every single one right tonight. I'm just throwing it out there. And I will say that in my next video again, for sure. Like, that's the second fucking pay-per-view. Like, Backlash, I got them all right. And this one, I got them all right. I mean, this one, it's like my buddy Nate Dogg said, right? Yeah, exactly. No title change tonight. That's stupid. Yeah, man. No, I agree. And I said that right in my prediction video at the end. I'm like, we're going to take this big dick balls right in the ass fuck, and McMahon's going to get us to tune in for nothing. And that's exactly what happened. Like, there was no surprise there. And like I was saying before, my friend Nate Dogg, he's got a good channel called 5 Minute Promo. Go check it out. He said it seems like the commentary team is having a hard time getting through this pay-per-view with no surprises. And he's 100% right. There was no surprises tonight whatsoever. The only surprise was what was Big Cass's theme going to be. That's it. So, that being said, where was I? Tag match? No, tag match, right? So, we're done with The Miz, and, that's what was expected. I'm glad The Miz retained one way or another. Tag match, I think, stole the show tonight, if you ask me. I thought it was a really solid half an hour, good back and forth. You got some blood in there. I mean, that wasn't expected for sure. Matt Hardy, Jeff looked really strong. Really great finish. I love the fact that they were 1 second off. I always love when they do something like that. It kind of gets you going, really, to pay attention to the last 5 minutes to see what's going to happen. I really thought it was going to happen at one point, like that the Hardys were going to tie it up. I thought the referee came down with 3, but like all the other fans were like, yeah, ref, you suck, that kind of thing, right? And it was good. It was a really, really solid match, man. And like I said, the finish was strong. Hardy Boys don't look weak at all. Sheamus and Cesaro, again, there for me there was no reason for the Hardy Boys to recapture the gold. Like, do something different with them at this point. Maybe split them up. Give Jeff a singles run. Maybe even to the top, if that's what McMahon wants to do with them. Why else would they bring him back? I mean, nostalgia factor for tag team, you don't want that to be watered down anymore. So make them all go their separate ways. They don't have to have like a I turn on you bullshit. They don't have to even really do that if they don't really want to go that route. But, see what happens with that. Very good match overall. Loved it. I think it stole the show, unless I'm proven wrong here. If you guys think another match was better, let me know. Sasha Banks and Alexa Bliss. Very good. Title match for what it was. I enjoyed watching it. It was nice to see. What's this? Except the ambulance match and Joe's. The whole show is shit. Yeah. I guess I agree with you. I'll get to those other 2 in a second. Sasha Banks, I'm glad she didn't win. I did not want to see her with the title. I'm just not feeling it. The only time I want to see Sasha Banks with the title again is if she's a heel. And it seems like WWE is really missing the boat, or I don't know what they're waiting for. Like, they got to do something soon. Leave Bayley where she is. Maybe I don't know. Maybe there's too many heel chicks on Raw. I don't know, but that's what I think. Lexa retains was a good move. She's doing. There's no reason to dethrone her now, if you ask me. There's nobody that can contest her unless they bring up Asuka or something like that. At this point, just keep it on Lexa. Let her have a really good reign with it, and go from there. What's next? What's the next match we got? We got the ambulance match. That was better than I thought. I mean, going into it, I was like, okay, I think I would have been more excited for it if it was like their first or second match, but I feel like we've seen them feud for a little bit now. I'm hoping this is the end of it. I felt like WWE backed themselves into a corner with this whole feud just because of the Strowman injury, and he came back. It's like, well, Roman inserted himself into the picture of SummerSlam, right? Meanwhile, Strowman's coming back from injury. Who do you have win? Again, I said Strowman. They did the right thing at this match because they gave Strowman the victory on a mistake by Roman Reigns going in for the spear. That was a cool finish. I like that. And then meanwhile, afterwards, you kind of gave the fans or the Roman fans what they wanted to see. They wanted to see Roman have some sort of like nail in the coffin with this feud. I'm assuming it's over by now. But man, that was awesome just to see that whole backstage that backstage segment with the ambulance and backing up. I mean, we're not stupid, right? I mean, you know, when he's looking in the rearview mirror, Strowman got out. Come on, it was all right, but like, you know, and then they chucked him back in, and they probably think, yeah, you know, I was talking to my fiance about that, and she's like, well, what Roman did right there, that's not really like face stuff. You know, she's pretty new to the game. But she's right. And, you know, Strowman doesn't act like a face. He's just this big ass-kicking machine. And I think what they're going with is, you know, Roman is just going to be Roman Reigns. And he's just going to continue being face Roman Reigns, but with a badass twist. And I think that's really the angle they're going with this guy, and I don't see it changing for a while, man. They probably should have turned him heel a long time ago, you know, and they're not doing it. So the guy's merch is selling. He gets the biggest reaction wherever he goes, whether it's good, bad, or whatever. It's like Triple H said, you know, I guess he's a heel. They present it to us differently, and I guess they're experimenting with this. And but I would like to see your idea. I would like to see that, because here's the fact. The fact is Strowman is a star. Like, he is. He's been made. He's a star made at this point. He looked so good tonight. Taking those chair shots, like, get out of my face, you know, and you know, taking that beating and walking away on his own 2 feet. It was spectacular. I loved it. That match was a lot better than anticipated. It had a good, like I said, they backed themselves in the corner to begin with. But they had the great finish where Strowman got the victory. That was the right thing to do, because you know, and I know, that everybody else would be fucking arms in the air like, oh, you gotta be kidding me, Roman buried him again, right? Vince and Roman just, and then burying everybody. So they did the right thing. They gave Strowman the victory, and then they gave the fans or whatever something to be happy about, because Roman didn't just, like, you know, get his ass kicked, and that's that. Because they couldn't really do that either, right? Because, you know, Roman Reigns is going into SummerSlam, I guess, into the main event. So solid work there, I have to say. But still, no surprises, man. I got every single fucking prediction right. I was hoping that I was going to be wrong. I went on my Twitter at one point at, what the hell is my Twitter handle? Eddie RKO3 or something like that. I'll hook you up with it next time. I don't even know. That's how rare I go on that thing. And I went in, I said, well, I got 5 for 5 so far, so that means I'm probably going to get the last 3 wrong. Meanwhile, Miz got the victory, Roman Reigns got the victory, and then finally, let's chat about the Samoa Joe Brock Lesnar match, right? Am I missing one, by the way, guys? Did I talk about all of them? Cruiserweight, Seth, tag team. Oh, I felt really bad for Kurt Hawkins and Heath Slater. They didn't even get to finish their match. Fuck. It was like, that's it. Like, oh, what a terrible spot to be in. You know what I mean? Exactly. And, like, I don't understand it, man. Like, these poor guys, like, just when you think they're going to do something maybe with Slater, then he's just back to his old habits and, you know, being, like, mid-card or nobody really cares about him. And to be paired up with, but against Kurt Hawkins is just like, you knew this was just going to be like a filler match. But not only was it a filler match, they didn't even get the fucking chance to finish their filler match. How bad does it get? Like, when you two Imagine I'm a wrestler and somebody else is fighting me, right? And we don't even have a chance to be on the show, right? Like, meanwhile, the cameras are going backstage and showing everything that's happening in the Roman Reigns Strowman thing, right? Which, by the way, Kurt Angle did an excellent job selling that backstage. He's just always been good. He's just always been very, very solid backstage, on the mic, segments, fucking everything. He's just been so solid all this time. And I loved his reaction when Roman Reigns came out of the ambulance. You just saw Angle like that. Fans went crazy. They should do that every week on Raw. Every time there's something crazy or something he doesn't approve, you just have him like stand there and look at the person like you know how they kind of like bring in Ron Simmons from time to time and the camera just kind of shifts on him like, and then he's like right here and it's like damn, like they should do that with Kurt. Like that something crazy happens with the wrestlers and then like you turn the camera around and then there's Kurt there and he's just like, what the hell? Like that. He doesn't even have to say anything. But it'd be fucking hilarious if they did that. Anyways. Where the hell was I? Kurt Hawkins, Slater. Yeah, so it gets pretty bad when you don't even get a chance to finish it. So that sucks for them. I'm going to wrap this up soon. But Samoa Joe, Brock Lesnar, got off out of the gates. Amazing. Loved it. I love the fact that Samoa Joe looked like he was actually a credible opponent. And they didn't fuck up anything with that. Like, he did look like a credible opponent, even from the beginning of the bell, before the bell. And then when the bell hit, he kept going, put Lesnar through the table before anything started. It actually looked like you were maybe gonna see a new Universal Champion. No. Surely enough, Brock Lesnar with the victory, and you know what? It's been. I'm not surprised. I mean, it's his first defense since WrestleMania, right? Since winning the damn thing. I mean, that's what they're gonna do, man. They're gonna want you to tune in to see if he's gonna lose, and they want that reaction out of you. And I have a reaction, and I'm on the fence whether or not I'm gonna post it because there was really nothing crazy. But yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, no, you're 100% right, dude. Once he started getting the suplexes, it was game over, man. And that's what I was saying in my reaction video. Like, Lesnar's good for certain things, especially for highlighting main events and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. But especially in match, he's really good at selling, I find. And then when he's like down and out, all of a sudden a big burst of energy out of nowhere, and then he's just back on his feet, and it's really good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's solid. It's solid. It's solid to watch. It's entertaining. Like, you know, it gets me going for some reason. Whenever he like gets all fired up and shit, like, I don't know about you guys, like, I like that stuff. Like, I like seeing him go all crazy and shit. Like, it's very fun to watch, you know. So that being said, very solid. Beginning of the match. You know, after that, I was expecting more, man. I wanted to see them battle. I wanted to see them battle it out. I guess they ran out of time or something. I don't know. But, like, fuck. I really wanted to see a good 10, 15-minute back and forth, good old-fashioned slobber knocker. And then we didn't see it. And it sucks. So, yeah, there's going to probably be some negative reviews on that for sure. Number one, because Joe didn't win. And number two, because, you know, Lesnar just won just like that. It's like they made Samoa Joe be this monster, right? And then, like, oh, here you go, one F5 and you're done. And, you know, I'm not a big fan of having people kick out of the finishers, but it would have been cool if he at least kicked out of one F5, just to show that, like, hey, it's going to take more than that, you piece of shit. Am I wrong? I don't know. I'm not sure. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen with Roman Reigns going forward. Is Kurt Angle going to suspend him? It's not out of the question. You seem pretty pissed off at him for that, and you seem very concerned for Strowman. So, like you said, it could be a double turn. I'd love to see that. Just, we need something fresh on Raw. The pay-per-views are getting, they're consistently okay, but they could be a lot better, right? SmackDown, it seems like they're just miles ahead at this point, and Raw is they're just not catching up. And it's been a long time like this. Like, they need to change a few things up. They need to flip Raw upside down, and then they're on the track with a couple of good things. You know, Big Cass is coming up. I think that he was a very big highlight of Great Balls of Fire, if that makes any sense. If you could take any good part of Great Balls of Fire and apply it to something, it would have to be the fact that Big Cass was good, you know, and Sheamus and Cesaro have solidified themselves as a really good tag team by beating the Hardy Boys in 30-minute Iron Man match. That was good stuff. You know, no title changes. You know, for a new pay-per-view with this stupid fucking name, I was really hoping I was wrong with that. I was really hoping that they were going to give us some sort of title change, and they just didn't do it. They didn't do it at all. Big mistake on their behalf. You know, if you want people to turn into this piece of crap name pay-per-view next year, you should have given us something more. You should have given us something that made our jaws drop like, oh man, you know, we were making fun of this fucking pay-per-view, but man, that was really awesome. Tomorrow I'm just going to get up and I don't have much to say about it, man. It was okay, but like there was nothing to write home about. There was nothing that I was texting my buddies like, holy shit, that was crazy. Did you see that? That was a good move by them. Like I said, other than Big Cass making his singles debut, nothing else really stood up to me, man, you know? Yeah, no kidding, dude. That's exactly what happened. So, anyways, guys, that's what it is. Look, I got a new title for Mr. Randall, the IC Gold. Yeah, that's right. I put it around the waist. Looks ridiculous, doesn't it? Yeah, man, so that's all I got to say about that. I wanted to do this, and I'm going to do this for every pay-per-view after the fact. I want to do like a live reaction, get some of you guys to chime in. Thanks for joining me to Sweet Me Bro. There was a couple other people that joined that didn't really comment from what I saw, but that's cool. Thanks for joining in. I don't even know how to fucking check who's in on this thing. Is there a way? Does anybody know how to do this shit? Well, I guess I'll get better at it next time. But anyways, people, we will chat with you this week. As always, being a subscriber at Mounties Corner, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I promise there's always new videos every week, with the only exception of the last, you know, before this week, I was moving. So, you know, I had to set up everything, as you can see now. And everything looks a little bit nicer, a little bit more organized, and a little bit more marky. Nothing but a bunch of smarks here anyway. So anyways, guys, whoever's there right now, have a great night. Hope you enjoyed Great Balls of Fire. Comment on the below video and let me know what you guys think about it. We'll talk to you later. 7 for 7 on the fucking pay-per-view. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, well, spread the word, brother. Spread the word, man. If you know anybody that likes wrestling, you know, point them in my direction. I'm always available to any content, man. I'm telling you. You drop a line on any comment of my videos, and I'll cover the video. I promise. And I always interact with each and every one of my subscribers, and I'm having a blast so far. So 6 months in, almost at 200 subs. I'm very grateful for that. You know, I didn't think I'd be this high at this point, to be honest. So, you know, like I said, you know, share it, do what you want. Hopefully some other people like it, and we'll chat with you next time. All right, I'm the Mountie, and I always get my views. Have a good night, guys. Rip 'em.